He didn't make excuses, he didn't sugarcoat it. And he definitely didn't lie. Because when Jannik Sinner was asked how it felt to lose the year-end world #1 ranking to Carlos Alcaraz, the Italian superstar chose honesty over ego. And his reaction may be the most powerful moment of the ATP Finals so far. Welcome to Net Rush Report, your home for emotional, dramatic, and inspiring tennis stories from every corner of the tour. Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz have been locked in a season-long war for the most precious prize in men's tennis, the year-end world #1 ranking. A battle so tight, so intense, that it came down to the very last serve of the very last group match in Turin. And Alcaraz didn't flinch, he swept every single round-robin match. Exactly what he needed to rip the top spot out of Sinner's hands. And he did it with the precision, power, and fire of a man who simply refused to break. That perfect record didn't just send him into the semifinals to crown Carlos Alcaraz as the year-end world #1 for the second time in his career, the first since 2022 when he lifted his maiden Grand Slam trophy at the US Open. But the story doesn't end with Alcaraz's triumph, because the real moment, the moment that tennis fans can't stop talking about, came when Jannik Sinner finally broke his silence. After losing the top spot again, despite an incredible season that included titles at the Australian Open, Wimbledon, and a brief return to #1 after Paris. Sinner didn't hide behind excuses or pretend he wasn't hurting. Speaking to journalist Giovanni Pelazzo, the Italian admitted openly that losing the ranking stung. But what mattered most was what he said next. He said he would use it, take it personally, own it, feel it, and turn it into fuel for 2026. No bitterness, no denial, just truth. That honesty is why so many fans believe this rivalry will define the next decade of men's tennis. Because both Alcaraz and Sinner share the same fire, the same obsession with improvement, the same refusal to accept anything less than greatness. And now, as Sinner prepares for the biggest match of his ATP Finals campaign, that fire is burning hotter than ever. Sinner versus de Minaur. A semifinal with history behind it. Jannik Sinner enters the ATP Finals semifinals in frightening form. He opened the tournament by beating Felix Auger-Aliassime 7-5, 6-1. Then he demolished Alexander Zverev. Then he handled Ben Shelton with cold, clinical precision. And now he faces Alex de Minaur, a matchup that has been completely one-sided from the very beginning. Sinner leads the head-to-head 12-0, but he's lost only 2 sets. And every time they share a court, Sinner looks like he's playing someone who cannot hurt him, someone who he reads like an open book. But this semifinal carries something no match before has. This time, Sinner steps onto the court not as world #1, but as a man who wants that ranking back. A man who just admitted to the world that he refuses to lie about what motivates him. For de Minaur, it's the chance to finally break the curse. For Sinner, it's the chance to play with the anger, honesty, and hunger that came pouring out of him the moment he spoke about losing the top spot. And for fans, it's the battle before the battle. Because if Sinner wins, the world gets the final everyone is dreaming about. Sinner versus Alcaraz. Rivalry renewed, fire restored. Thanks for watching. Net Rush Report, where tennis lives, breathes, and tells its most emotional stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more amazing moments from the ATP Final.